What's up? We do not have the internet. So this is a off the grid. No, technically we have power. Whatever the internet equivalent is of off the grid.
And it's a Mennonite version of Amish. What's the difference there?
I don't know.
It's an Amish version. No internet. No, they have. Do they have power?
I don't know.
Oh fuck!
We're just going down a rabbit hole.
It's pre-90s. I don't know. It's old. We're old. All right. We have no internet.
This is a fireside chat. You know what?
Yeah, fireside chat.
We're doing a radio show.
Fireside chat version of the podcast. Hey, Gamers 2 Podcast. Your weekly roundup of news and commentary related to the video game industry and anything else that might pique our interests. It might be a short episode this week because there was no news. There was hardly any news at all. Everyone was just busy with, I don't know, the Olympics and politics or something. Was there even new releases that you know of? I don't think there was. There was The Mines of Moria.
That the
on
DLC,
Steam.
I was say it was already out on Epic, so that makes
Yeah.
sense. No, we're in like a lull.
It is very lullish.
It's a calm before the storm, but except I don't really know what the storm is going to bring. There's things like Black Myth Wukong, Star Wars Outlaws, the WoW expansion, whatever. But I don't know. New Call of Duty, the FIFA hystericalness. That FC stuff, I don't know if you've seen, like the Creator Club stuff has been hysterical, like just absolutely borked images, terrible, just nightmare fuel.
Perfect.
But it's, I don't know, it's kind of just see what comes when it comes. There's no
yeah, a little bit of a.
It's like there's things I'm looking forward to, but after the first three, WoW, Star Wars, Football Manager, the rest I'm just kind of like, all right, yeah, whatever happens.
Yeah. I guess for me it's Star Wars, really. That's it. And I don't even know how that's going to turn out. And then one of my coworkers is looking forward to Wukong, so that'll be interesting to hear about. Black Myth, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah. The Journey to the West. What are you thinking? Number 1 or number 2? Odds or evens?
Odds.
All right.
To start off with the things instead of layoffs. Now, normally, Matt, number 1 is layoffs.
Normally it is.
But you want to know what the funny thing about doing financial results instead is? Take a guess what comes after they announce layoffs. Record profits.
That's usually the case.
So here we go. Sony has released financial results for its Q1 of fiscal year 2024. Sales are up 2% year on year to $20.5 billion. Net income is up 8.2% year on year to $1.6 billion. Game sales and PlayStation Plus were the strong segments. Sega has released its financial results for the 3 months ended June 30th, 2024. Net sales were down 3.2%, but that's still $710 million. The entertainment contents division, which encompasses video games, toys, and animation, saw sales rise 34% to $493 million. I will be interested to see how this all plays out after Like a Dragon comes out on Prime. Or technically, not Like a Dragon, technically Yakuza.
That's a good call. That's a good call. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Bandai Namco has published its first quarter financial results. Net sales increased by 24.8% year over year to $1.9 billion, while profit rose by 56% to $233 million. They saw a significant boost in its digital entertainment sales, which increased by 55%, almost certainly due to Elden Ring DLC. Warner Brothers announced its financial report for its Q2 2024. Games revenue has declined 41% year on year. Revenue for Q2 2024 across Warner Bros. As a whole dropped 6% year on year to $9.7 billion. It is wild that they are that much in the billions still.
Oh, in the billions?
Yeah.
That's all of Warner Bros.
Oh, not just games.
Yeah, not just
Oh,
games.
Okay. Never mind then.
I also did a double take and then I reread it and I was like, oh, they mean everything.
Take-Two released its financial results for its first fiscal quarter. Wow, there's so many Fs.
Yeah. A lot of alliteration.
First fiscal quarter of 2025, net revenue hit $1.34 billion, which is up 4% year over year. Red Dead Redemption 2 has now surpassed 65 million units shipped. That's a lot of units for Red Dead.
So fucking crazy.
Unity has released its financial results for the 3 months ended June 30th, 2024. Total revenue was $449 million, down 16% year over year.
What blows my mind, and it's the same, it's the other side to the same coin, is like, oh, record profits. It's always crazy to see that. Also crazy when there's like declines, and they'll make like all these things these companies are going to be doom and gloom about. All these like couple percent declines here and there, and all even these 41% declines and stuff like that. You're still looking at revenue and profits that are in the billions.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, oh, the end of the world is here.
The end is nigh, and we need to cut all QA staff.
Yeah, it's insane to me. I just like, reality is so fucked. Speaking of fucked reality, number 2, Meta has reportedly shut down developer Ready at Dawn. Android Central has obtained access to an internal memo sent to employees by VP of Oculus Studios, Geo Hunt, saying that Ready at Dawn was closing effective immediately. A spokesperson told the publication that the closure wasn't to save money, but to ensure Meta's VR division, Reality Labs, stays on target with its new budget restrictions and can deliver better long-term impact. I'm pretty sure that's the same fucking thing as save money. Anyways, the company also reportedly said it isn't planning to further reduce its number of first-party VR titles and will still be going ahead with its virtual reality ambitions. Reality Labs recorded losses mounting to $4.5 billion during Q2, an ongoing issue over the past few years. Ready at Dawn has been running since 2003, initially launched by former Naughty Dog and Blizzard staff. It worked on Daxter and the Game of War franchise before pivoting to VR in 2017 with the Lone Echo series. The studio was acquired by Meta, which was still Facebook at the time, in June of 2020. Every time I see that, I
just don't understand.
I don't either. Every time. Every time I see that, don't get it.
It's almost an unfathomable amount of money.
And the fact that it's happened multiple years in a row.
Right. Like at a certain point. Where is it?
I know, like, I don't understand. Like, how do you even...
What island did you buy that we don't know about yet?
That's more money than Disney paid for Lucasfilms, the Star Wars franchise, and LucasArts and everything.
Yeah, Indiana Jones, everything. Yeah.
A quarter.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, we also knew that they swindled that deal, and it was hysterical that they did. It was as cheap as it was.
Yeah. It's just, but like, how big? I'm gonna Google. I can't Google it. Maybe.
What do you want to Google?
I was gonna say maybe like the VR division of Meta Reality Labs is like just absolutely massive. But then
you want to know the staff of Reality Labs?
Yeah. Then at the same point, it's the same problem, but just in a different angle. Because like, if your staff is that massive, then what are you doing with it?
Laundering money.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're not releasing VR titles, so you're not developing anything like hardware because you would release it more often.
Let's see. I've got revenue at 1.86 billion in 2023. I don't have like a X amount of people thing.
No, that's fine.
Unfortunate. Number 3. In a new interview with Edge magazine, Dragon Age, the Veilguard creative director John Epler explained that while he was happy with many aspects of Anthem, he feels that making an online multiplayer game wasn't playing to BioWare's strengths. Quote,
You annoyed already?
I'm annoyed at his idea that that was the issue.
Oh, yeah.
When they then made it Andromeda, which...
Yeah, what's the excuse for that one?
Yeah, you got one there, bud?
It's a fair point.
Anthem looked better visually than Inquisition.
Yeah.
So, I don't... Anyway, quote, we're a studio that has always been built around digging deep on storytelling and role-playing. I'm proud of a lot of things on Anthem. I was on that project for a year and a half. But at the end of the day, we were building a game focused on something we were not necessarily as proficient at. For me and for the team, the biggest lesson was to know what you're good at and then double down on it. Don't spread yourselves too thin. Don't try to do a bunch of different things you don't have the expertise to do. A lot of the people on this team came here to build a story-focused single-player RPG, end quote. And then made one. Kind of.
Made Anthem, which obviously wasn't that, and then went back to a single-player focused RPG, and that also was shit.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know how much they can keep talking about Anthem of being like, we learned a lot of lessons from Anthem. When it's like, I don't think you did.
Yeah.
I think you... I think what probably happened in this is going to be shots in the dark. Is he's probably, every lie is veiled in truth type of thing. He's probably correct that a bunch of people did go to BioWare to work on a single-player story-driven game.
Mm-hmm.
And there are probably a lot of people there that weren't happy with doing an online multiplayer thing, even though they attempted to tell a decent story, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
You could at least see the framework they were attempting.
Yeah. Let's pause this for a second, because you're right. That's a terrible excuse, because you fucking made the Old Republic.
Yes. Again, Old Republic in the same vein, where there are a lot of good stories inside of a massive multiplayer RPG. Online, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Something would call it that. An MMORPG. So it is true that they probably did still have a lot of people that were like Mass Effect and Dragon Age was like their bread and butter, and they were like, oh my god, I would love to do something in that vein type of thing, right?
I'm going to go work with BioWare.
But you did do the Old Republic, which you did manage to pull off a lot of great storytelling in an online multiplayer environment.
Mm-hmm.
Your story in Anthem wasn't amazing, but you could see okay parts that like I could forgive it for a lot of things.
Yeah.
You had at least like shells versus what? Sorry, Sean. No Man's Sky had in the beginning.
Yeah.
Or Starfield had it all.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a wild comparison.
Yeah.
But the problem is you probably do have those people on the team. I agree. They're not the ones, though, that get to make the decision about what you're making.
Mm-hmm.
Someone above you told you looter shooter, give me one. If you're saying that we learned that our strengths aren't doing that, that's you, in theory, either saying bad leadership determined that the team we don't have to do this is and this is the thing we need to make, or somebody above leadership said, we want this, give me blah.
Yeah.
So, correct, don't put the blame on the dev.
Mm-hmm.
But that means blame is on management of dev team or management above them for putting them in something that they're not, in your eyes, strong at.
Yeah.
When the immediate problem, your next comparison is Andromeda. You're not strong in that anymore.
Yeah, not good. I lean towards in this situation. I lean towards dev management, like the people who are in charge at BioWare were the problem.
Right.
Because I'm assuming my assumption of the events and from everything we heard is they had the idea of Anthem. They sold it to EA and EA said, yeah, we really want that. That's exactly what we want right now. Go make it. And then they couldn't deliver and EA's like, well, you got to give us something. And Anthem. There you go.
Right. Exactly. It's like
yeah. They said, oh, we can.
I don't know if
make
they're
this
just
game.
like, what if we get shooter, but it's I like what sport team does money time. Why
Yeah.
you know money time?
Yeah.
Like, geez, what am I fucking speaking to here? And that's before Apex.
Yeah.
If I'm correct in my timeline,
I think so.
what you wanted was Apex.
Yeah.
You just asked. You didn't let Respawn do it.
Hmm.
Who should have been the ones doing Anthem?
Well, to be fair, I don't think from the way everything played out and what we've heard so far, I don't think EA was pushing them necessarily for Apex and
No. I mean, like, Apex was a side project that Respawn was doing and purposely hid it from EA because EA is stupid.
Yes.
They had to be shown this works, let me make money, and they went, ooh, we like that. Yay.
Yeah.
They were so focused on shoving Respawn on bad projects, they did not let them make Titanfall again. Titanfall, which should have been their bread and butter, so they forced them into Star Wars. Hey, let's take this shooting studio and put them on a fucking... What? Just so confusing. Respawn should have made Anthem.
Yes.
Or at least taken it over after BioWare did it, like anytime else that BioWare makes an MMO. Just give it away to somebody that'll actually take care of it.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah, they were kind of reversed there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Respawn should have made Anthem and they should have given Star Wars to BioWare.
Yeah.
Not that Respawn didn't kill it.
No, Respawn did fine with Star Wars.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have this argument about BioWare being strong at a single-player story-driven experience,
Yeah.
why does Respawn, the multiplayer online shooter guys, have the single-player story-driven experience?
Yeah.
Is
I wonder
because,
if, like...
Is it because a certain man named Vince Simpla has blackmail on Andrew Wilson?
No, it's because Andrew Wilson got drunk one night and was doling out assignments, and he accidentally put them in the wrong fucking folders.
Oh, God, here we go again. I thought that was in the red one.
Fantastic. All right, number 4. THQ Nordic held a digital showcase this week. Here's a recap, courtesy of THQ Nordic. We got a whole list here of things they showed off. First up is a THQ Nordic publisher sale on Steam, which is exactly what it sounds like, and it's running from August 1st to August 15th, so it's happening now. The Eternal Life of Goldman. The Eternal Life of Goldman is a breathtaking platformer adventure where you explore a vast, hand-drawn archipelago inspired by ancient fables and depicted in classic frame-by-frame animation. Your ultimate goal? Defeat a mysterious deity.
Mysterious.
Space for Sale. Interplanetary Adventure Space for Sale just launched into early access on Steam. Go solo or share the exciting space realtor journey with a friend and double your chances of success in 2-player co-op. Venture out in your trusty ship to discover the wonders of the solar system. Be smart about your approach, learn how the local life forms survive, and use your discoveries to enhance the structures and gadgets you create. Research, gather resources, construct your base, because yes, you've heard correctly, this space is for sale.
There's a lot going on in there.
There is. I'm really curious about this one. Just because it's like, what is this?
Right. There. It's like, is it just Minecraft in space? Because we've done this like 25 times.
Yes. Are you literally a real estate agent in space? I'm interested.
I'm listening.
Disney Epic Mickey rebrushed. Available for pre-order, it's scheduled for release across PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, and PC on September 24th. People loved Epic Mickey, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, mainly the first one.
Yep.
Second one was a little lack from my understanding, but
Yes.
do a little Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of games that people loved, Wreckfest 2 was announced. And it's releasing on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series, and that's quite literally all they said, I believe. No other details on that it's happening, and it's going to come out at some point. Titan Quest.
Did you ever play Wreckfest 1?
I did not, actually. I think I played it for like a hot second.
I wanted to say that I had it on Steam, but I actually think that's Carmageddon, which I also don't understand.
Carmageddon I played a good amount of.
See, I don't know.
Which is, it's just like a racing game with destruction.
I don't know the...
I don't really know what
I
Wreckfest
feel
is,
like-
to be honest with you. I'm assuming it's the
Okay,
same
fair.
concept, like racing with destruction.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, that sounds right. I would assume like Burnout style.
Yeah, Burnout. That's Titan Quest 2, forged in the creative crucible of Grimlore Games in Germany. Titan Quest 2 is currently under development. This epic odyssey is destined for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. Gothic 1 Remake. Dive deeper into the lore, explore combat and magic, and immerse yourself in a living world where fans might discover some hidden new details. The Gothic remake is currently in development in Unreal Engine 5. It's planned for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. And like everything else we've just said, there's no release dates for any of these. Way of the Hunter, Lin Tukoto Reserve DLC. Lin Tukoto. So I'm going with Lin Tukoto. It's probably got some like weird, like, you know, you gotta like accentuate some part of this word. Anyways, the Lin Tukoto Reserve DLC features a diverse array of environments and is home to a rich variety of wildlife, including the elusive northern lynx, the mountain reindeer, Arctic fox, and the majestic Eurasian moose.
I don't know why. I just like the idea of the majestic Eurasian moose.
It's probably something.
Oh, you won't believe the antlers on the majestic Eurasian moose. What
Probably-
accent am I doing?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Scottish sounds like.
Canadian, Scottish? Did I
That's
throw in a
weird.
boot in there?
Sure.
A boot the Eurasian moose. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Move me on.
Whether observing from a high vantage point or quietly watching by the river deltas, every moment in Lintukoto, I don't know what I'm saying, brings a new sight and a deeper connection to nature. PC, PS5, Xbox Series, and it's available now.
Way of the Hunter, man.
Yeah,
It just keeps going.
it does just keep going. People like that shit.
You remember watching like Sark in the beginning?
Oh yeah, with the
Well,
fucking
it was
with the
both-
four wheelers that were getting
I would
launched.
say,
into-
well, that might have been Call of the Wild, but it was
Okay.
there's two different ones, both now just kind of like living and doing their things. Way
Yeah.
of the Hunter and Call of the Wild. Way of the Hunter might have been the one that he hunted the bear for 25 minutes in. I don't remember though.
Okay,
When he was supposed to just kill a deer for the tutorial and then saw a bear and got lost.
sounds about right.
Him and the old APL.
Then there's the Little Pig.
They were streaming completely unrelated to everything, obviously.
No, that's fine.
Him, Nanners, Hutch, and APL were streaming Strung Together.
Oh, okay.
That or whatever it is. Yeah, the one where you're like chained and you're
Yeah.
they were streaming that and that was entertaining.
Oh, I can fucking imagine.
Same shit show you expect.
Where was I? The Cute Little Piglet. And that's not the game title. From the creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2 comes an entirely new vision, unlike anything you've seen before. Find out more about Tezir Studios' next game at Gamescom Opening Night Live, Tuesday, August 20th.
Oh, we got that coming up pretty soon.
Yep.
2 weeks.
And then they also showed a Darksiders teaser. So a new Darksiders is coming.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sure, people will hype about that.
I'm sure. And that was it. That was THQ Nordic Showcase.
Well, we'll see what they deliver on or who they close next.
Yeah,
All of those could not exist in the next 5 minutes.
that's totally accurate.
Those are world circumstances we're living in.
You
anyway.
never know.
It's time for the rumor roundup.
Rumor roundup.
Sony's Santa Monica, the studio known mainly for the God of War franchise, might be working on a brand new IP. A LinkedIn resume of a Sony Santa Monica character supervisor reads, Santa Monica Studios presented the opportunity of coming back as character supervisor, looking after the entire character development pipeline on their new IP. So here I am, thrilled to be back, working again with the crew and pushing characters in video games together, end quote. Rumors suggest that the new IP might have a sci-fi setting.
Sci-fi setting so hot right now.
So hot. Windows Central's Jez Gordon said that the next Xbox will be a proper home console with the handheld as an add-on. Interestingly, Gordon also predicted that Microsoft would finally remove paywalled multiplayer, but only for the next Xbox as an additional incentive to upgrade. Believe it when I see it.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting move. I mean, their hardware sales have absolutely fucking tanked.
Yeah. A project related to the Half-Life series known as White Sands is currently in the works, according to the rumors circulating online. This White Sands project seems to be a PC-only project at this time, has elements of the Half-Life series such as an HEV suit charger plug, and won't be a VR project like Alex.
So naturally, everyone is like, oh my god, it's Half-Life 3.
Here we go. Can't wait to disappoint all of you.
White Sands. I feel like that's probably a reference to something.
Black Mesa. It's just the reverse of that.
Yeah. That's what.
What's the opposite of White Sand? Black Mesa, clearly. Mesa, sand, clear opposites.
I wonder if it's going to be a remake. Which would make sense because they just made Black Mesa. Well, they didn't, but they endorsed it.
But what if they said, we know you liked Half-Life Alex, we're remaking the Orange Box. We're remaking the Orange Box. Fuck you all.
They could do it. I don't know.
Including in the Orange Box this new thing instead of TF2.
The thing is like I don't know if people should necessarily. I mean, it's Valve, so regardless of what happens, no one should be surprised. Because they might release a game, they might not. You don't fucking whatever. It's completely random.
Throw a dart.
But the way they ended Half-Life Alex is it kind of insinuated that they were like, oh, we're gonna keep going. So like,
how many times do you have to get burned before you
Well, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I said no matter what happens, you shouldn't be surprised because they ended Alex as in they would keep going, but if they don't come out with a game, are we surprised?
You think they would have made Left 4 Dead 3 if that was the case?
Yeah, or Half-Life 3.
Guess what the ending to Left 4 Dead is? There's more zombies.
Yeah.
We got to keep leaving them for dead.
Exactly. Maybe this is Left 4 Dead 3. This is all just like we're going to borrow some assets from Half-Life. There it is. Confirmed. Left 4 Dead 3.
Gordon Freeman is the new character in Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah.
In the Portal world.
There you go. Yeah, Portal
all of you.
What if they
on stage?
What if they
you're on a Dota map because we don't know what else to do?
I would like to see the world go wild if Valve was like, "Oh, we're doing Orange Box 2 and it's Portal 3, Half-Life 3,
the world would explode,
and Left 4 Dead 3."
We would get sucked into a black hole.
That's what I think would happen as well. But
they would present that on stage. He would open the case because he would purposely have the orange box there. He would open that, which is a wormhole, and would reverse suck the entire world into the wormhole.
They should triple down as well, and then like they announce it on April Fool's Day, but it's actually real.
That would be so
too much.
I want them to announce Half-Life 3 on April Fool's Day. Fuck the entire rest of anything. Announce that on. I have the official Valve account tweet. Here is the trailer for Half-Life 3. Play the entire actual trailer, and then don't fucking say anything for 2 weeks.
It also would be cool. I mean, if we're talking about things that would be great, It would also be cool if they just straight up just shadow dropped Half-Life 3 on April Fool's Day. And everyone's like, oh, it's fake. And then some, people buy it and start playing it. And like, oh, no, this is real.
It would actually be insane if they... I don't think this is against... I think this is against their terms and service. But if they not just shadow dropped it, right? But they, that day, April Fools, upload Half-Life 3 for $60 or whatever to the Steam store page. Don't say anything to anybody. It's just up there. You can buy it. You can download it. Everything about it other than ratings and genres is blank. There's no screenshots. There's no video. There's no description. Nothing. It's just
like Half-Life 3 developer
3,
Valve.
Developer Valve. A bunch of threes or maybe like the preview picture if you have to put something. And it's just $60 and you take a shot in the dark and then everybody goes, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's that Randy Marsh. Oh my God. All right. Enough.
Yeah, enough. I'm not talking about shit that's never going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Or another Nintendo Switch 2 rumor has emerged via the Famaboards forum, where users shared some details from supposed leaked shipping manifests. According to this information, the upcoming Nintendo console has a second cooler, which is likely to be placed on the dock. That being the case, the dock. Fans already speculate that the dock might grant a stronger performance boost than the original Nintendo Switch. Additionally, references to a 60-watt charger have been found, potentially hinting at a fast charging option for the Switch 2. Sony's dark horror game by Firesprite may be releasing on PC day one, according to some rumors going around. Warner Bros. Discovery is reportedly considering selling a stake in its video game business. According to Financial Times sources, the media giant is looking to offload smaller assets in an attempt to help reverse a near 70% decline in its stock price since Warner Media and Discovery merged in 2022. Meanwhile, during an earnings call, Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav says he's looking into licensing the company's IP to non-Warner Bros. Studios to produce games. Ahead of a likely announcement at QuakeCon, ex-user Wario64 has discovered a Steam listing for the new enhanced editions of Doom and Doom 2.
Yeah, QuakeCon's happening right now.
QuakeCon. Things to watch. We didn't. Moving on.
Yeah. Now for the short things.
Speed through these because then I forgot that I need your hands to potentially cut something up.
Oh, shit.
I'm an idiot and realized that we didn't have internet. We could have done this 2 hours ago.
Oh, that's fine. Avowed has been delayed officially to February 18th.
Probably a good thing.
Silent Hill, the short message has been downloaded over 3 million times.
It's not bad.
Balatro has sold 2 million copies.
Good.
Mobile developer Jam City has been hit with layoffs. 10%.
Bad.
Or 85 people were made redundant.
I can't do this the entire time. Good. Bad.
Amber has announced the acquisition of developer Madbricks for an unknown sum. The Colombian studio specializes in co-development and has already collaborated with Amber, Voodoo, ByteDance, and Maximum Games, among others. We're going to assume that's all mobile stuff.
Yep, I'd agree.
Squanch Games, High on Life, will be getting an animated comedy series adaptation
called Rick and Morty.
There's already like 2 or 3 other shows that are essentially Rick and Morty that are from the same people. So like, what are we doing here? Make another game if you're going to do anything.
Jerk them off.
Yes. Finnish mobile developer Shipyard Games has announced its closure. CEO and co-founder Andreas Wedenberg cited a lack of investment as the main reason for shutting down. Versus Evil alumni Steve Escalante and Lance James has launched a full-service publisher named Digital Banditos. The new label will be focusing on indie titles, specializing in PC and console games with a budget under $3 million. It's going to focus on role-playing, strategy, and action games.
All right.
Former Raid Shadow Legends and Hitman developers have banded together to form Camo Games. Or Chamo Games. Chamo? What do you think? Chamo.
Why not?
They already employ 25 developers who work remotely that include talent from Riot Games, CD Projekt Red, and Ubisoft. is currently working on a non-lethal FPS for which it intends to hold monthly playtests. What the fuck's on non-lethal FPS? Like fucking Splatoon? Nazara,
No,
that's third person.
you're probably closer to like Thief or something, where, or maybe not Thief, but like I'm thinking like actual like stealth runs in Assassin's Creed or like Tom Clancy, but you don't have a gun type of thing. It's like blow darts and stun guns, and you're trying to get through levels like undetected.
Nazara Technologies has acquired Fusebox Games for $27 million. Founded in 2016, Fusebox is a mobile free-to-play studio based in the UK. It publishes interactive story titles, including Love Island. Roblox has been banned in Turkey. The country's Minister of Justice announced on social media that the platform has been banned, quote, due to content that could lead to the exploitation of children, end quote. Redemption Road's Kingmakers has secured a movie adaptation ahead of its release. Publisher Tiny Builds has partnered with Story Kitchen to tell a unique story and establish the IP. Story Kitchen was founded by the dude who made Sonic the Hedgehog movie. PS5 has reached 61.7 million units sold, but the pace of sales is slowing down faster than Sony expected. And yeah, I don't know.
It's just like a weird, I don't know. I really get confused when some of these companies, how they forecast.
I always wondered that.
Because I also wonder
Like
how much of it is based in reality and how much is based in arrogance.
That's kind of the thing with forecasts. I feel like you can
just do whatever.
Yeah, they're kind of like a way of manipulating the stock market or something.
But like you want to forecast as close as you can, right? You don't want to under forecast, because if you're also using your forecast to determine supply, then you don't want to end up in an undervalue or an understock situation with over demand. But you don't want to go, well, now I have so many Wii U's, I don't know what to do. So it's like, but they're like, oh, it's slowing down more than expected. It's been 4 years. Like, you're at 62 million units at 4. Like,
I don't know what you expect.
Yeah, like are you looking at people that still haven't moved on from a PS4? Are you looking at new, like, are you looking at just sales, or do you have context in those sales to say like, oh, it's 62 million units, but out of that 62 million units, 80% of them were upgrades from PS4. So we really are only having a 20 million growth where we're pulling a new, like, that can be an issue. Sure. You say you thought you were going to have more growth on the platform, but I don't know. There's just certain things where I'm like, depending on your context, that you can change how you value that number.
Yeah. Enshrouded has reached 3 million players since its January early access launch.
All right.
Nintendo and Capcom are both officially at PAX West, the convention from August 30th through September 2nd at the Seattle Convention Center. Capcom will be celebrating PAX's 20th birthday with the first North American hands-on demo for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Cool.
Remedy Entertainment confirmed during an earnings call that the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake has finally entered full production.
Woo!
I'm actually looking forward to that. The Callisto Protocol director Glenn Schofield has said that the game's quality suffered because publisher Krafton insisted on releasing it too soon. Quote, I wanted about 3.5 more months.
Interesting.
Yeah. EA will release Star Wars Jedi Survivor for PS4 and Xbox One on September 17th. The Borderlands movie has started off with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 0%.
I believe it is now up to 4.
Nice. They get shut out.
It's bad. It ain't good. I'll tell you that.
I feel like it took forever to make that as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've been talking about it for years now. They've been talking about it for years, and it's just one of those where it's like, oh, you've been talking about it for years, and you finally did it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Which I did not have high hopes for it once I saw the casting to begin with.
Mm.
So,
It's interesting.
yeah. It do be what it do be, you know.
Mhm.
All right, so it's been 7 days. What you been up to?
Nothing new.
All right, then. Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it here.
Same regular mode.
I'm just waiting for WoW.
Yeah.
We're waiting
waiting for a while, and
waiting.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not waiting for anything.
Yeah, you're waiting to hear my WoW stories.
Yes, that's it.
That
Yeah.
is true.
Waiting to hear about
What guild I kill next?
what guild you kill next. You know how quickly you hit level cap. Whatever bullshit gets discovered that's that's fucking broken.
Exploits. Exploits.
Yeah, whether it's exploits or fucking classes that are wicked broken.
Yeah, or me just dealing with some of the worst players imaginable.
Yeah.
All the good stories.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be something. All right then. Cool. We'll see you guys in 7 days. Toodaloo. Bye-bye.